website. Another method to generate high quality backlinks for your website is to look at all the backlinks your competitors have. So the beauty of this is you can go through the whole list and simply cherry pick the ones you think are good and then build them out for your website too. So the first thing we need to do is type in a keyword we want to target, such as flooring contractor, Richmond, Virginia. This will then return some companies we are competing with in our local area. So it's important we look at our local companies and not the big lead generation companies. So we want to avoid looking at Angie's List, Porch, for example. So obviously we have Level Finish there on page 1 as well. We want to ignore these guys. That's obviously us. Let's go for custom floors. So let's have a look at all the backlinks these guys have. So let's get custom floors, and we're going to go over to SEMrush to do this. And just like we've done many times in the past, we're going to copy in the website domain name and then click search. Just looking at the site whilst it's loading, the site does look pretty good, to be honest with you. So I'm hoping they do have a decent amount of backlinks in there. So let's wait for SEMrush to load now, which didn't take too long. So the information has now populated and it's loaded. Just again, make sure you have the right database selected. So we do have United States. Now what we can do is click the number that says backlink. So they actually have quite a lot of backlinks. There are over 100,000 different backlinks from 269 different websites. So the sites they do have, I'm linking to them. They seem to be linking to them multiple times, which is quite interesting. So let's go ahead and look at the backlinks. Right, the information has now populated. And as you can see, it was last updated 9 days ago now. So just over a week ago, which is good as it means information is up to date. So before you start looking at all of the backlinks, you want to make sure you have the follow tab selected. So SEMrush will only show you backlinks that are do follow if you have this selected. If you have all links or even no follow, what will happen is SEMrush will show you a mix of follow and no follow links, which, as we know from the last video in this training course, we don't want to be building guest post links that are no follow, as no follow links don't provide any SEO value at all. So no follow links are typically for citations. So when you're building a guest post, you want to have follow links selected. So as a result, now we can see all of the do follow links for this website. We can scroll down. We can get one on Hollyport Ventures, for example. There's one on Richmond Magazine, which is most likely just going to be mentioning them as a business in Richmond. So we want to find a link on a site which we know is going to be a guest post. So typically you can figure it out by the name of the site and the URL. So insights to help keep your hardwood floor shiny and well maintained. So potentially this could be actually a guest post opportunity. Let's open that in a new tab. And we've got this one right here, how to grout like a pro. So let's look at these two links. So the first is on Marlin website. So it seems to be a female blogger. And you can see it's just a general article about how to keep your hardwood floors shiny and well maintained. So the content seems to be pretty decent in length. You can see there's a link right here, which says it is recommended. So this is probably just a recommendation to an authority site in this industry. Keep scrolling down. We'll see there's a link here talking about custom floors. So use these tips to maintain your hardwood floors and keep them looking nice. For more information, contact companies like Custom Floors. So potentially we could actually reach out to this site and say, hey, I saw you had an article talking about hardwood floors. Are you interested in getting another hardwood floor article mentioned on your site? Potentially I can cover topics such as how much do hardwood floors cost? And as a result, you can then get that article written, send it across to Marilyn, and then she'll then get it posted on her site. So if we look at the second link we found, we can see it's how to grout like a pro. It was published in 2016. And essentially it's an article just talking about how to grout your floor like a pro. And as you can see, at the end of the article, it says for tile insulation, contact a company such as Custom Floors. So this is an example of another link we can then go out and get for our site. So again, it would be the same process. It would simply be going on this site, using a contact form and just saying, hey, I noticed you had an article talking about how to grout like a pro. Are you open to having more articles like this on your site? If so, I would love to write one for you. Here's an article 1 or topic 1, topic 2, and topic 3. Which one would you like to go ahead with? They would then tell you what topic they like. You would go ahead, get it written, send it across to them, and then you'd now have a guest post on both of these sites. So it's an extremely powerful method, as you can essentially filter through all of the backlinks and then see what ones you like to get a link on. Of course, when you're evaluating the links, you want to follow the same 5 points of criteria. Make sure they have good traffic, the good domain authority and page authority. This is just an overview to show you how we find those opportunities in the first place. Strategy 3, sponsorships. Sponsorship link building, as it sounds, involves going out and finding sponsorship opportunities relevant to your city. Keyword being local to your city. The reason why you want to focus on opportunities relevant to your city is you'll get the additional benefit in the link, which will be geo-relevancy. As you already know, links are important for ranking in Google. When we have a link from a local entity, such as a business or maybe even a local sports team, for example, we are also increasing our local relevance as well. So it's kind of like killing two birds with one stone. There's two methods you can use to find these opportunities. Both involve using Google search operators. Essentially, we're going to be looking for pages that have the word sponsorship in either the URL or the page title. So let's head over to Google and see this in action. Right, so I'm over on Google now, and I'm simply going to carry a search out for the first site operator, which was in URL, sponsorship, city name. So for me, the city name is obviously going to be Richmond, Virginia, as that is a city I'm targeting with the business. So let's search for that. If you do get this come up, it just means you've done a few search operators in a short space of time. So just get rid of that, click I'm not a robot, and you should get your results popping through. So don't worry about that box indeed. It's just Google making sure you're not like a spammer or like a robot, for example. So now the results have loaded. You can see I've got Indeed, which is obviously a job website. So I want to ignore that one. I've got visitricmondva.com, which is really good as they have my location in the domain name, Richmond, which meant if I got a link from them, that will pass tons and tons of geo-relevancy. So that's a good one to find straight away. We've got urgent sponsored jobs in Richmond. So again, that would be a job. I'm not looking for jobs here. I've got Crew Richmond sponsorship. They have a Richmond address. This would potentially be another good one. We've got sportbackers.org. You can also go on the later pages on Google to find more opportunities. It won't only just be page one. So for example, I'm pretty sure this is page 2 now. And we've got this example site right here, sponsorship opportunities. So I've got 4 open in total now. So you can see there's quite a lot of opportunities. So what you want to do is go and look at the sites in a bit more detail. So when you're analyzing these sites, it's not the same 5 criteria points as when determining if a link is good. As these are sponsorship opportunities and these links are from local companies, you can be a little more lenient on what you kind of mark them down upon. So for example, I wouldn't worry about how much traffic they have or what keywords they appear for. It's more about getting a link from a local site. So we can see we've got a visitricmondvirginia.com. This is the first site. And this should be sponsoring, by the looks of it, a region tourism or event. So again, depending on what you want to sponsor, you can get in touch with these guys and just figure out how much it is to actually get a sponsor link. And obviously really important as well, we want to figure out what you're actually sponsoring and what you're paying for. So this is another great way. So what I'm going to do, this site looks very good. And just to make sure as well, they are based in Richmond, Virginia, as I can see that from the street address. And obviously it's apparent from the name. So I'm going to log this one on our spreadsheet. So as you can see, it's a similar spreadsheet we're using for the guest post. However, as you can see, I've removed the elements which we don't need, such as the traffic and so on. So I'm going to plug in the website URL. And now I want to get the page authority and domain authority. So again, you don't need to be too tough with this. As like I said, this is more of a local business. So we're getting geo-relevance out of it as well. So if we click the Moz extension, you'll see a page authority 26, domain authority 55. So again, actually really good numbers anyway, 26 and 55. So I'm going to fill that in, 26 and 55. Obviously, I'm not sure how much it is to sponsor, so I'm actually going to get in touch with these people and find out. So if we look at the other one, which is crewrichmond.org, we can see a page authority 13, domain authority 14. So again, a little bit low, but it's nothing to worry about as we're getting the geo-relevant link. So if we look at the sponsorship opportunities, wow, that's very expensive. $5,000, that's way over my budget. We've got $2,000 and we've got $1,000. The cheapest seems to be $500, which to be fair is still a lot of money. So I'm just going to close this one. However, if that is within your budget, do feel free to go ahead and contact these guys. For me, that's over my budget, so I'm going to skip that one. The next site we have open is sportbackers.org. So I'm not actually sure where they are based. Are they actually based in Richmond? However, you can see they've got domain authority of 47 and page authority of 28. So again, pretty good numbers up there. Just want to scroll down and see where these guys are actually based. So we can see they are based in Richmond, Virginia. So again, this could be a very good opportunity of sponsoring something to do with sports. So I'm going to copy this, go back to my spreadsheet. Page authority and domain authority, I'm pretty sure it was 28 and 47. So 28 and 47. So again, just me keeping a log of all these sites and how powerful they are. If we check the last one, we can see we've got Virginia Energy Efficiency Council. So again, it seems to be the council in Virginia. Page authority 19, domain authority 22. So let's add that to our spreadsheet. 19 and 22. 19, oh, and 22. Forgot to copy the URL. Let's just get that in there as well. And let's see if they have a price to sponsor on here. To be fair, what I'm actually even sponsoring, let's see. Because like I said, it is quite important to me. I don't want to just sponsor anything just for the link. It's nice to actually have more of an impact as well. So let's click this to view the opportunities. I guess by the sounds of the website, it would be related to energy efficiency, which is like saving the planet, which is great. So I'll be happy to sponsor a site like this. And we can see they have prices which actually start, the cheapest starts at $100. So again, I'll just go back to my spreadsheet and I'll put price to sponsor 100 in here, which would be £100. Obviously, I'll convert that to the right currency, which for me would be currency in this instance. So I would just go for United States. That would be a Spanish currency. We don't want that one. Let's go to this one, English United States, and then click OK. So that's the right currency in there now. So the beauty of this is when you start going through the first 10 pages on Google, you really start to get tons of local sponsorship opportunities for your business, and it's extremely powerful. So what we just done on Google was the first one, which was in URL sponsorship, city name. You can then rinse and repeat and go in title and do exactly the same thing. So then Google will return all the sponsorship opportunities that have sponsorship in the title. So again, you can find probably another 50 more using this method here. So it's an extremely powerful method. Make sure you do incorporate it into your link building campaign.